everybody. Do you guys love this beautiful white balance that I've got going? I just discovered that my lights had, RGB capabilities, so I turned them on bright blue, and then I try and compensate with my camera, and it looks like this. And I'm sure you'll admit it's awesome. Listen, I want to give a shout out to all my members. Right off the hop, before I forget, I want to thank you guys. I really do appreciate your contributions and for making this wonderful channel happen. And I want to give out a shout out in particular to my 25 members. That's right, I have 25 now, starting with the veterans, Michael White and Frosty 3579. I wonder what 3579 means. That would be interesting. Either could be your date of birth. You were born in March 5th, 79, or I guess if you're American, that would be the 3rd of May, 1979. Or, I wonder if that's your bank account PIN. If you send me your bank account, I'd be happy to verify that for you for the good of us all. Nikolaus Avram, if I'm saying that right. I'm going to bastardize everybody's name. I apologize in advance. Hung Lam, David Ebenezer Samuel, James Nyaho, and Arigato. Arigato. I like having one name. That's good. It says it all. You got to put a period after. Arigato. Point made. Sravan or Sravan Kumar Artham, if I'm saying that right, which I'm sure I'm not. I apologize. Nikilesh Chowdhury, Golem Raman, Dr. Sid 1983, if that's how you pronounce it. Jordan Nelson, Victory Kids, Rocky Wang, Spagmon, Jessica Kindred. I still think that's a wonderful name. It reminds me of Anne of Green Gables. I don't know if you've ever seen that. I'm Canadian, so contrary to popular belief, everybody that lives in Canada does live their lives like they're in the Anne of Green Gables story. And we dress that way too. Macrofinery Martinez, that's an awesome name. Ivan Enchev, if I'm saying that right. Ed Lin, The Right Path Resumes. Wow, I got it sounds like you're a resume person, so that's great. Hadi Jamal Ahmad, if I'm saying that right. And Blair Lastra, Supplier of Goods, Mainan Joshi, and Gil Raman. Or Raymond. That's a pretty bold icon you've got there. So awesome. So thank you very much. You guys are awesome. Now, this video is entitled In Response to Comments. And last week, I did a video called How to Not Get Laid Off or something, which was a Q&A video, which was in response to comments, but it was mainly in response to comments from members. So somebody had a comment that I responded to there, but I wanted to add to that, okay? Because I left out some material that I decided it would make the video too long, but I wanted to give you guys that here. That has been a concern of a lot of people. They don't want to get laid off. They don't want to be singled out to be laid off. And one of the things that I didn't touch on was the fact, and I've written it down here so I don't forget, is basically, I hate to say it, okay? I hate to say it, but it's this whole idea of ingratiating yourself to the boss. The boss presumably is the person who makes the call on who stays and who goes if they have to lay off an employee. And so if the boss regards you as a very good, very valuable employee, that is only to your advantage. So one of the factors that I didn't talk about previously that leads to your boss regarding you in a favorable light is the fact that you are like them. Okay, this is a failing of human nature. This is human nature. We tend to regard people who are like us as having more value than they actually have, and regard people who are not like us as having less value than they actually have. This is a human trait. This transcends all the stuff that's at the forefront of people's minds, like race, ethnicity, gender, all that stuff. But this goes deeper. It goes into skill sets. It goes into backgrounds. It goes into personality types. It goes into personal preferences, things like this, political opinions, entertainment related opinions. We gravitate to people who think like us. And this is, it's not something that, it's not the human race's greatest trait, but it is something that we see out there in the real world every day. And first of all, recognizing this can help you use it to your advantage. Okay. So for example, people like people who dress like them, look like them, laugh at the same jokes, have the same opinions as they do on all the stuff I just mentioned, like politics and entertainment and, different issues. Okay. Who have the same communication style. So extroverts tend to like extroverts. Introverts tend to like introverts, all other things being equal. Okay. So that leads to the technique of mirroring, right? This has been talked about a lot when you're in a job interview. The most common manifestation of it is when you're wondering, with terms of body language, in terms of like, how should I sit? Should I sit like this? Should I sit like this? Should I sit like this? And you don't know, should I cross my legs? Should I sit straight? Should I kind of keep my hands here? Things like this. And this was a common question that a lot of people have when you do courses about how to get a job. And the answer to that is always, well, you mirror the person that you're speaking to. So if they're kind of lounging like this, or they're kind of doing this, right, during the interview, it would not be a problem for you to mirror those kinds of postures, gestures, that kind of stuff. Okay. So that's where it's frequently talked about. But in this application, we're talking about how not to get laid off. And in order to do that, the more rapport you have with your boss, the better, right? And one of the ways to get rapport is to live this concept. So you try and mirror yourself to the boss. So if they hold certain opinions, you don't disagree with those opinions. If they dress a certain way or they do things, you try and mirror that. The normal human reaction, I'm not saying this is good, but the normal human reaction is to think more highly of people that are more similar to you. So that will result in you having a better rapport with your boss. They'll regard you more favorably, and then they are more likely not to choose you as someone who's going to be laid off if they have to do that. And then a more permanent solution to this, and this is not always possible, but going to the larger picture, is to go where they like you. Okay, to go where you fit in. And once again, I'm going beyond the superficial. I'm thinking more about personality types, backgrounds, work styles, communication styles, styles of working, styles of having similar values, things like this. That will lead to having better rapport with the people there. You can extrapolate it that far. And that also informs the fact of what people ask, what career should I have? What type of job should I get? I'm in a position where I could work in several different industries with my skills. I could work in several different types of companies, big companies, small companies, different cultures, different like corporate cultures. What should I do? And my answer to that is basically to explain this principle and then to say, well, that should inform you of, what would be a better environment for you, one where you're like more of the people, right? So that was kind of my trait there. So hopefully that makes sense. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being members of my channel. If you do have any comments or any feedback on anything, let me know. Except for this weird lighting. I know that this lighting is not great, but you got to try things, right? Okay. Thank you very much. Have yourselves a great week, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.